You are now watching The Beach.
After a decade of making videos, a video has finally reached 1 million views. What did reach 1 million views is a short PSA warning consumers that Nintendo did not fix the Joy-Con drift on the OLED model. Nintendo has recently not addressed whether or not the OLED Joy-Cons will drift, and I've seen some fanboys on Twitter say they can't fix the issue. Well, I'm here to tell you that they absolutely can, and bring light to the issue. This is an aftermarket analog stick for the Joy-Con, and would you look at that? No drift. So in response to Nintendo's response, they could absolutely fix the drift. They just don't want to. They're selling you a faulty product knowingly. Joy-Cons are notorious for how unreliable they are, which is why I gave the Switch the unflattering nickname, the Nintendo 5200. But unlike Atari, who got what they deserve for selling faulty products, Nintendo has a very loyal following that will defend them at all costs. Here we have the Nintegadario. The primary habitat is Twitter. Hobbies include playing the Nintendo Switch and defending Nintendo. Always remember, guys, multi-billion-dollar corporations such as Nintendo, EA, and Blizzard are our friends. We're always in their best interest, and they really don't care about our money. If you dare criticize them, you are ungrateful for wanting better products as a consumer. I often say Nintendo's biggest waste of money is having a PR department, because Nintendo has self-employed Twitter lawyers who defend them free of charge. Perhaps with the money saved, they could make better controllers. Based on what Nintendo stated prior to the Switch OLED launch, they initially refused to address if the drift was fixed. Then in October, they claimed that the Joy-Cons received continuous improvements. I've had the Nintendo Switch OLED for a few months now. I mainly got it for the improved battery since I was using the original model from 2017. The Switch OLED has exclusive white Joy-Cons, which look very nice. Unfortunately, you cannot buy them separately, but the reason why I bring this up is because these white Joy-Cons are exclusive to the OLED model. These are the newest Joy-Cons out there. These are the ones that will tell us as to whether or not they fix the drift. I decided to risk voiding my warranty because you guys deserve the facts and not vague answers. In addition to the new OLED Joy-Cons, I'll be disassembling an original green Joy-Con from 2017. That way you'll get to see what the original Joy-Con analog sticks look like compared to the OLED analog sticks if there are any differences. I priorly replaced the analog stick on the right OLED Joy-Con about a month ago, so we'll be taking a look at the left Joy-Cons, which I've never disassembled before. The reason why drift occurs is due to two reasons. One is that the analog sticks have a rubber flap that dust and debris can get into. Every other analog stick made by Nintendo consists of the movement mechanism and a cap. None of them have the rubber flap, and none of them are prone to drift. None of my GameCube controllers have experienced drift. None of my Wii Nunchucks or Classic controllers have experienced drift. Even my Wii U gamepad has not experienced drift. Another potential cause could be the movement prongs on the Joy-Con analog sticks wearing down the contacts, but I'm fairly certain it mainly has to do with debris getting into the rubber flap. I've been using high-quality replacement analog sticks from Amazon for quite some time now. It's hard to tell on camera, but the quality is far better. The aftermarket analog sticks use an aluminum alloy and are secured much better. You can see that the rubber flap doesn't move around, and it secures dust from getting in. I've used them for almost a year with my custom Joy-Cons, and they work great. The visual indicator that you want to look out for is that aftermarket analog sticks have an orange ribbon cable. The ones made by Nintendo have a blue ribbon cable. I've disassembled and repaired many Joy-Cons before. It's not too difficult of a process, but I would not recommend doing this on your own if you have never done prior repairs. There are many great tutorials on how to repair them though, and this is the first time I've filmed myself repairing Joy-Cons. I really have to give credit to those who make the tutorials. It takes a lot of skill to simultaneously film and do a repair. No wonder tutorials don't get any dislikes. One thing I should have done is disconnecting the battery prior to the analog stick replacement. You'll need to use tweezers, and the risk of puncturing the battery is very dangerous. But fortunately, everything went well except for one of the screws getting stripped. I used needle nose pliers and fortunately was able to remove the screw without causing damage. Let's take a look at the green Joy-Con. This is the original analog stick prone to drift. Here's what it looks like. Now let's take a look at the OLED analog stick that's apparently improved. Did Nintendo change the design? To answer the question, yes. but not in a way that improves functionality. The model number is different, and the metal holding together the parts is very slightly larger, but this won't impact the performance in any way. The question is, did Nintendo change the design to prevent drift? They did not. These are the exact same analog sticks as the originals. There's no difference in functionality. They will be prone to drift. Do not buy a Switch OLED under the impression it has the elusive drift-free analog sticks. Nintendo can absolutely fix the drift, they just won't. This is because it's not common knowledge Nintendo will fix them for free, and the sales made by those unaware of this are the main reason why Nintendo refuses to fix the drift. Nintendo is knowingly selling you faulty products. As consumers, this is something that you need to know. After everything was reassembled, the Joy-Cons worked much better. The analog sticks are far greater quality, and no parts were damaged. But if you do this repair, make sure to be patient, because there are many small parts and ribbon cables that could come loose. Always make sure to test the buttons, and you'll likely need to calibrate the analog sticks since they're designed differently. But after that, your worries will drift away, and you can start having fun with the Switch. So there you have it. Nintendo did not fix the drift on the OLED. More people need to call out Nintendo for this, because it is completely anti-consumer. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and keep calm and da-da on.